What's going on, YouTube? This is Marvel DC Bros, and today we're coming at you with our Arrow Season 4, Episode 9 review.
So we're going over our top 5 moments from the mid-season finale, which was fantastic. And we are starting with the opening scene, which started off the episode just fantastically. I really loved how they gave us some action and Laura protecting the kids and Felicity doing something with the computer, and it was cool seeing those two like talk to each other and kind of interact. And that little kid was like the mini Felicity. It was pretty funny, and Oliver got shot at, so that was exciting. It was a good opening scene. I thought they started it off well.
So I also really liked this scene. I mean, I don't really even care about Oliver or Stephen Amell anymore. Like, you could just throw him out of the show and I'd be fine. But I really liked how it was classic Felicity. Like, I looked over at him after the first scene and I was like, this is the Felicity that I like. Like, she's not whining, she's not doing anything. She's being, like, witty and smart and, like, just babbling about a bunch of stuff. And then there was, like, a little mini Felicity that was really funny. And then it was classic Laurel. You know, she's always worried about saving the kids first, or like saving other people besides herself. And so to see like classic Felicity and classic Laurel like right off the bat like gave me hopes for this episode. I was ultimately let down, but I really liked this scene, so it gets a huge thumbs up for me. So our second moment from tonight's episode was of Diggle and his brother. I don't It's really like weird seeing them two together because I don't really like the way that Andy looks. So I feel like his scenes, like him being in no scenes at all, would make me completely happy. But I also really liked the drama between him and his brother. Like, he's reaching out for his brother. Like, he knows that his brother is in there somewhere, and at times you can kind of see him in there. But he's like not willing to give up on his brother, and I really like that between the two. Like, if he was like mind washed or whatever and he was sitting in a cell, like I would keep trying to like break him, like get him back into himself, because like I mean, he's his brother, and I'm sure that you know, they were probably close to being best friends, you know, like him and I are. So to see him like go at that, and to like see him have that like moral ground of he's not going to give up on his brother no matter what, is just like really cool to me. So I ultimately, the scene gets a thumbs up for me.
Yeah, this whole dynamic gets a thumbs up for me. I really like how it's kind of like a parallel between Laurel and Sarah. I mean, we've seen them connecting through this season, and it was cool to see him finally kind of interact with his brother and try to get him back to, you know, they brought Carly back in from season 1. It was just a picture of her, but it was just cool how they, some continuity there. So I just really liked it, and I think we're gonna get to explore them both more, and it's pretty exciting. So our third moment from the episode was Damien Dark as a whole. Thumbs up for me. I really liked how he was outed at the beginning, and then he came to the holiday party, pretty much killed Oliver, I wish, and then he took, the three people, he loved or whatever. And I didn't really understand how he knew Diggle was someone he loved. That was kind of really random, unless he's been following Oliver, and they haven't really interacted this much this season or anything, so I don't really see how they got the connection. But anyway, he was really cool. The fighting sequence where he was punching Oliver was poorly directed. Oliver should have been bleeding, and it just didn't make sense to me, and I don't understand. But I mean, it was cool. It's really cool how he's like a metahuman. I just wonder how he got those powers. And it was cool to see his family at the end, and he put the star on the Christmas tree. And it was a good episode. I mean, he was good in this episode, and I love Neil whatever. He's a really funny person and a great actor.
Yeah, I mean, I like parts of Damien in this episode. I like how he like blasted Oliver through the window. That was freaking hilarious. If he would have died, that would have been even better. And then I liked how he took everyone that he loved, but they need to quit shortchanging Laurel. She needs to be in those types of episodes because, like it or not, Oliver does love Laurel. It might not be in a girlfriend type of way, but it is in a friend way. He's known her for all of his
I like
life.
how they didn't
So
incorporate her in that because it gave her room for a fifth moment.
yeah, but anyways, I guess there was a reason behind her not going, but I just don't like how she's not in all of these scenes, and I really liked how they got Thea, they got Diggle, they got Felicity. Those are all three like the most important people in Oliver's life, and whether or not he like had seen any huge interaction between Diggle and Oliver, like if you know anything about Oliver and Diggle, they've always been together, so he has to have some significance in his life. So I also that was wank. Damien hit Oliver in the face like 50 times and nothing happened to him. That was just stupid. And so I liked everything. That's not Damien's fault. That's the writer's fault. So you know what? Writers get a middle finger, but this scene gets a thumbs up. So our fourth moment from tonight's episode was John Barrowman as Arrow. I wish he was casted as the Arrow. He just like he fit so much better like in the suit as Green Arrow, and it was just like a really cool scene to see. I mean, he almost beat Damien Dark, and Oliver's been doing it for a season. He's just a better Green Arrow. I love the scene. That's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah, I really love this scene. I love John Barrowman. He's hysterical. His little joke to Laurel about the bondage suit. It's just like, and it's funny because like you see Katie and John's like friendship in real life. It's just hilarious to see them on screen together, and like Katie's totally not amused as Laurel because like that's her character, and like Malcolm is still silly little shit as he is, and like just so funny. I love when we see him, and I love how they finally incorporated him, and he was the Green Arrow, and must I say, a better Green Arrow than the one that we have at the moment. It's not Steven's fault. It's just the whole writing and everything, but that's beside the point. Huge thumbs up for me. I loved Malcolm as the Green Arrow.
Partial.
So our fifth moment of the episode was Laurel saving the day, and finally, I feel like she got the screen time she deserved in this show. It's kind of like the Flash and Arrow both had their leading ladies as the center of attention. Finally, and it was just really cool to see her use the canary cry not once but twice. She got one to get their attention, two to break the glass, which I thought was cool, and then she tossed Oliver the tonfa and he broke the glass. It was cool. She was kicking ass this episode. It was filled with scenes with her, and I just loved it. And I was, really excited to see her just like save the day. I was glad she wasn't at the party because then she would have gotten taken as well, and she got the spotlight shined on her, and people saw her as the heroine she is.
That was greatness. That is her breaking the glass is the best scene of Arrow ever. It could be the best scene of like any of the DC shows ever. That was classic Black Canary. Using the canary cry to do something extraordinary is exactly what the canary cry is supposed to do. I don't care how bad the special effects of the glass breaking were. That was the epitome of Black Canary, of the canary cry. I love every scene that Laurel's in, and I loved this scene. That's all I'm going to say. It was greatness. So overall, I liked this episode. I mean, don't expect it to get a good grade like The Flash and Supergirl. It gets like 85, mainly because of Laurel breaking the screen and John Barrowman, or as Malcolm as Arrow. If they weren't in it, it would get like a 38. But overall, I like a lot of the things that the episode did. There were a lot of things that I didn't like. But overall, it gets an 85 because I liked Black Canary and I liked Malcolm as Green Arrow.
Yeah, this episode, I thought it was, a 90. Just, not a B, not an A, just it's an A, obviously, 90, but like nothing more, nothing less. Just barely skimmed the surface of an A. I thought it was a really good episode, especially for Arrow. Like, it was going down the drain pretty much again, and I really enjoyed this episode. I thought everything, like, even the Felicity Oliver scenes, like, I thought we saw Felicity, like, as Felicity, like, the Felicity that we loved, and that's really exciting to see. Like, she was rambling about the whole engagement thing, and, like, it just wasn't that quirky love stuff that we're used to seeing. Two gripes, though. They did take storylines from Dina Ollie and incorporated them with them, and I just think, like, if they're so amazing and original, why can't they create their own stuff? It was a cop-out, and it's kind of just disrespectful to, not only the people who wrote the stories, but just that's another thing. It was a great episode. I loved how Laurel saved the day. I loved everything. It was a great mid-season finale.
So we'd like to thank you guys for watching.
Acting seriously to one another.
Be sure to like this video and comment down below how awful the Arrow writers are, and subscribe for more videos. This has been Marvel DC Bros, signing out.